It was my breakout role. I haven't been here since 1991 for that production of Carmen, which was my first Carmen. And I'm not just saying this because we're speaking now, but my favorite. It was my favorite. It was an incredible production. It was very, sparse, very simple, very minimalist, but we all worked, and everybody who came together on this production was so sincere and came to really work and came to really create something unusual and beautiful, and we did, and it really sort of rocked things, in the musical community, in the music community, in the operatic community, because after having done that production here with Minnesota Opera, things changed truly overnight, certainly for my career, and I think the same for Stephen O'Mara, who sang the Don José. Is that right after that, I was off to Vienna Staatsoper and to San Francisco, and so many people had heard about this production and how powerful it was and how shocking it was. And I was just telling somebody that my mother wouldn't speak to me for 2 weeks. After she saw this, she said, I raised you to be this good Christian girl. What in God's name were you? I had people here with me from the choir. Now I can't go back to the church, What were you doing on the stage? And it caused our great, great friction in both our marriages, and both that ended up dissolving and coming to an end. Mine and Stephen O'Mara's after that. It shook so much loose, for everybody. And created us anew. I mean, it really sort of shaped us. I know it did for me, without a doubt. And I remember that we had a very short amount of time to put this opera together, and we were already over, the allotted hours that we're supposed to have through the union. And I remember Keith Warner, who was the director, saying, "Look, folks, we're going to be over the hours. Can we just work? We would meet at midnight. We would meet at midnight to just run the dialogue, because we had the spoken dialogue. And now I only prefer the spoken dialogue. We would just run it and run it and run it and run it until it was just fluid and lyrical for everybody. And it was really fun. We really felt like Keith shared so many personal stories with us. There was so much for me to certainly overcome with that role. And I think that, she was very instructive in my life. I have said that throughout my career, I've had such a long walk with that character, Carmen, that I became a woman through her eyes. I mean, she taught me really how to become a woman and how to stand up for myself and how to stand on my own 2 feet and be confident. I think that it wasn't by mistake that she and I were together. I think that was her gift to me. And but there was a lot that I had to overcome, because as I said, I was this, very green, creature coming from this very dogmatic, fundamentalist Baptist upbringing, and it was against everything that felt natural to me. And all of a sudden, I had to reach so far away from who I thought I was to become this other woman. And she just seized me and took hold of my life and gripped my soul, and she has been a great teacher, whispering in my ear throughout my life. So it was important, my time here with Minnesota Opera. It was a real pivotal point in my career where everything changed. I'm so grateful. I feel like every time I mention it, or every time I think even of Minnesota, I always think of the opera, and I feel that I owe a great debt of gratitude to the Minnesota Opera for giving that to me and for really launching my career, because that's what it happened here. It happened here.